G'day fellas and welcome to A Casted Game. Spawning in on the north side of the map, playing as the Deli. It is Wham01, and he is looking damn fine because this is Hill and Dale, and the Deli on Hill and Dale are notoriously strong. What is he going to be looking to do? He's going to be looking to take those sacred sites, and my, doesn't he have a very good spawn. This is going to be one happy Wham. But over on the other side of the map, spawning in as the red Chinese player, it is Beasty Cutie. That's correct. It is your rank 1, your world first conqueror player. It is Beasty Cutie, and he is going to be looking to solidify that position at the top of the tables and try and take control of this match. He spots out the early double sacred site, opening up with a second scout immediately. We hear that Imperial official heading out towards the mill, beginning to supervise nice and early. His build order for the Chinese is looking incredible, and I gotta say, I always remark on it. How nice is that monument? That is such a cool monument. I'm looking forward to more monuments coming out. You know, I've actually got a Nest of Bees monument. I went through and I gotta be honest with you guys, I went through and I did all of the challenges that you can do for the Chinese, and I unlocked the Nest of Bee monument, but it's so small, dude. The Nest of Bee, it's like, it goes up to the knee. I'm not even kidding you. It goes up to the knee of the horse right now. Like, it is so small, the little Nest of Bees. Oh, it's tiny. But I still use it. I still use it because, you know, it's cool. But now we see him doing... So this is the classic 7-3 build order from Beastie. So going to be doing 7 with 3 out to gold, and then he'll be rallying out to wood. We'll take a look over at the other side and see what Wham is up to. Wham going to be opening up with an early mosque. We see the wheelbarrow coming through, the survival techniques, the lumber camp with the forestry already on the way. And of course, there is going to be no herbal medicine. Not today, ladies and gentlemen. Not today. Herbal medicine has been moved to age 3. You do not have to deal with it anymore in age 1 or age 2 with those big pushes that would often come out. But interestingly, no double scout opening here from Wham. Going to be the single scout. And you see he brings back 4 sheep in this situation. Whereas compared to Beastie, who currently sits on 2 sheep and sits on 1 sheep. But I think he's brought back... How many sheep have we got here, Drongo? He's got 10 sheep in total. And compared to what Wham's got... actually, Wham doesn't look terrible. He's got 7. I mean, it's not a huge difference between the two, but I feel like the 3 sheep is just kind of worth it. Now that wheelbarrow almost going to be coming through. You can see it's about halfway done. We'll check in with Beastie, see how he's doing. Indeed, it is going to be the 7-3 build order. For anybody unfamiliar with Beastie Cutie, I'll leave a link in the description over towards his YouTube page. You can catch a lot of his content over there. But one of the big things that he does is he plays the Chinese, and he plays it well. I remember back when China was underpowered, Beastie Cutie actually went to the ladder, and he's like, I'm going to play China, and I'm going to be a beast with it. And indeed, he was. He was a beast with China, and he took it very, very high. I think he got to like rank 6 with China only back when it was, you know, a weak civ. So he loves China because it is a late game civilization. And he obviously excels in the late game. But yeah, I was watching his build order, and I gotta admire. He's got a pretty decent, pretty tight build order for the Chinese. And I'm suspecting in a game like this, we will probably be seeing one of 2 things from Beastie. Number 1 option is that he looks to contest an early Deli play. So that will mean most likely moving out with Chokunu, moving out with spears, at an early stage in the game. Probably, you know, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, that sort of thing. Especially when he sees the sacred sites that are close together like this, because it means it's easy. If he denies them both, he is going to be in a great spot. And as we say that, we see what is one of the most beautiful Barbican placements you will ever get as a Chinese player against the Deli. You are guarding 2 sacred sites with essentially a keep in the feudal age. And you might look at this and go, that's not a keep, Drongo, that's a Barbican. Don't worry. I was about to change perspectives, but don't worry, watching Wham. I'm not even kidding you. I shuttered. My ears shuttered before the wolf attacked, but fortunately it wasn't picked up. But the Barbican serves as a pseudo keep, because in reality, the only way that you can clear this, I mean, you can clear it with a battering ram. That is definitely possible. But people are going to be respecting this. And it's going to be something that you're going to need to approach typically with a trebuchet, because your enemy is going to be doing all they can to defend this. So we'll look to see how he plays it in this scenario, whether he goes for a 2 town center Song Dynasty, whether he goes for a Song Dynasty into Chokunu spam, whether he looks to play without even going into Song Dynasty. There's a lot of options for him, but he's got a great option to place that Imperial Academy down. This is going to be the perfect place for the Imperial Academy to come down because it's very close to his mill, so it's going to be in the radius, and then it's going to be taking up all of this woodline. And that woodline is going to be a great source of taxation gold for him through this game. But now we see the age up has come through for Beastie Cutie. He is going to be a very happy camper. I guarantee you, when he saw these 2 sacred sites next to each other, he was like, Okay. Like, he would have been very happy with that. Wham now reaching the feudal age. We'll see exactly what he's up to on his side of the map. Going up with the Dome of the Faith, and we can see immediately researching horticulture, immediately beginning to research double broadaxe, specialized pick, all of those big upgrades coming through. In fact, actually going for survival techniques first. Going to be dropping down a blacksmith on top of that. That's not a mill. That's not a mill. And going to be looking to get those upgrades in. Already got the barracks out. Now beginning to rally out spears towards that first sacred site. And going to be looking to wall it in, I would suspect. Aware of the fact his enemy's got a Barbican on the sacred sites, he knows that it's going to be difficult for him to challenge this position. Ideally, once this blacksmith is finished, he's going to be looking to get siege engineering in. I think that's going to be a smart move from him. Let's see if that's the play that he goes for. Indeed, it's going to be siege engineering first. So very smart move coming out from Wham, and a player who knows what to do in this scenario. Now, keep in mind, Wham, a very high-ranked player. At the moment, sitting on the ranked ladder at rank number 16. But many players, many pro players especially, consider this guy to be in the top 10. In fact, many top-level players were asked, who do you think will be in the top 10? And repeatedly, Wham was constantly up in the top 10 together with his brother Puppy Paw. But this video is about Wham, so we'll talk about him because we got a lot of good memes that we can talk about. Now we begin to see Beasty beginning to go for that dynasty, beginning to wall up. He's playing it a little bit seriously and going to be able to get that first lumber camp in, but giving himself a bit more space over here with the Imperial Academy, not opting to tuck it in nice and close. I guess if you put it up close in front, you're probably not going to be able to use this space up over here, but walling in the front. So this to me signifies he's going to be happy just for... So what is his goal here? The goal here, Barbican on the landmarks, or rather Barbican on the sacred site, is going to deny these sacred sites for at least, you know, you can probably put, you know, at least until the 11th minute, it's going to be denying that. And behind this, he's going to be looking to wall up and looking to add in whether that's second town center, whether, you know, he's going to be looking to boom it up. At least that would be my suspicion in this scenario. Typically, you wouldn't wall up like a madman like this unless you were really intent on doing that. But interestingly, doesn't wall up this north part. And that's because the Barbican covers him from the north. Any kind of units that would be making their way across that position going to get scouted out by the Barbican. Barbican going to be well aware of what is happening. But now down towards the south, we see Wham heading towards this position with a couple of spearmen. We can see they're moving back. He's going to allow that wall to go up for Beastie Cutie. You can see that there were remnants of the wall coming up, and now the Chocanu beginning to come out yet to get that +1 upgrade. But speaking of upgrades, take a look at the upgrades coming through now for Wham. Wham is going out the wazoo with the upgrades. He is looking to go ham, getting a little bit population blocked right now. Wham forgetting to add units and not even going to be rushing down the house, so it's going to take 15 seconds for a house to be dropped. So he's going to be population blocked well and truly for 15 seconds or more. Now Wham with the villager moving out across the map. You can see the scout going to be harassing at Beastie, intending on stopping this from coming up. He's done a great job to delay the sacred sites from being taken, and that's exactly what you want to do in this matchup. You want to delay those sacred sites. You want to stop them at all costs from being taken. But that's not always the way it goes. Sometimes there can be relics that you look to deny. And we can see that there are 3 relics all down towards this south position. Another relic up towards the north that could always be taken, and another relic over here for Wham as well. But Wham will be looking to try and take control of those relics. He's got a lot of scholars out, but now the Chocanu going to be coming out onto the map. We can see the +1 upgrade yet to come through for Wham's units, and Beastie going to be falling back. Great micro there from him. Chocanu moving a little bit slower than the units of his opponent. Both the archers and the spearmen going to be moving at a very, very hasty 1.25 movement speed, but the Chocanu slightly slower, slightly less range for them as well. So I'm sure in a perfect world, the archers would be able to micro against the Chocanu, but interestingly, Beastie turns his attention towards the base of his opponent. He knows that this outpost is up. He knows that he can't push down here. So what does he do? He says, I'm going to come for your reinforcements, mate. I'm going to come and harass your wood line. I'm going to come be annoying. I'm going to force you off that position. And now we see a wolf getting picked up here by Beastie. Not sure what the intent is there. We'll find out shortly. Walls have been secured up on this position. Second TC about to be dropped down from Beastie. You can see he's gathering up a lot of stone here. Now moving over towards, does he go on the hunt? No. Does he look to go on the wood line? No. He looks to put the town center right next to the Imperial Academy, and now towards the base of his opponent. Wham is going to be starting to struggle. Totally off gold now. All those gold miners going to be falling back. There was about 3 of them gathering up gold very happily as the Chocanu continue to move into the base of Wham. Now keep in mind, Wham is also making cavalry at this point in time. So we could, we could indeed see a little bit of an overextension coming out. Wham also being attacked. The wolf in the back of the base. I think Beastie may have dropped this one off. The scout is back here, ready to go. Wham now going to be cleaning up the Chocanu, and at the same time just being attacked. The wolf is going to be able to clean, or be cleaned up by those villagers. Chokunu trying to trade out. You can see them there focusing down. Now a villager turning their attention towards it. They're going to be able to get one for their troubles. Second one going to be coming out. Is he going to be able to get it in time? The last Chokunu manages, unfortunately, not going to be able to fire it off. And now the scout going to be chased down by a horseman, doing the right thing. One horseman per scout. That is all you need. And now units continuing to trickle out. Sacred site still yet to be taken in the middle of the map, but we do see the scholar making its way out. We're at 10 minutes into the game. And ideally, at this point in the game, Wham would have loved to have had control of these sacred sites for 2 minutes. But unfortunately, with the damage that Beasty has been doing, he's done a great job at delaying any potential threat that has come out from Wham. And so the question is from here, where does Wham go from here? Because the answer is going to be ultimately Castle Age. That's what he wants. He wants to try and take the sacred sites. He wants to get to Castle Age. But the reality is, how does he get there? Because he's only going to be able to take one sacred site. And one sacred site for the Delhi is, at bare minimum, decent. That's, good job. Okay, you got one. That's the bare minimum, mate. Congratulations, you got one. Now work towards those other ones. And now we begin to see the battering ram coming up. And keep in mind, it's going to take a while for this battering ram to work its way through the Barbican. So we may have to do a second battering ram. And this is buying Beasty time. That is the big thing. Beasty is buying himself time. We know he's on 2 town centers. We know he's in Song Dynasty, which means, keep in mind, when you're in Song Dynasty, you're not doing a 2 TC boom here. You're doing a 3 TC boom. So he is going absolutely crazy right now with regard to his villager production. He sits at the moment on 48. Compare that over to his opponent who's on 36. So already a 12 villager distance or gap between these two guys. And it will continue to grow because Beasty is now going up to the Castle Age. You can see he's intent on getting up to the Castle Age. Let's take a look at his upgrades and see what he's got. No specialized pick. No wooden, no double broad axe. Does have the wheelbarrow. Does have forestry. Or rather horticulture. Did I say forestry? I said forestry. This is forestry. Oh my god. Does have horticulture. Yes, you get the classic forestry upgrade at the mill. That is where you get it, guys. But now that Barbican going to be going down. I wouldn't be surprised if we see 2 scholars beginning to move in on the edge here. Where are they? There's the first one going to be coming out. Sacred Site going to be taken, but now we can see Beasty is not going to permit it for very long. He's going up to the next stage. Going to be dropping down that landmark. Astronomical clock tower. Getting dropped down right on the corner there. I think it's just within radius. Actually, I don't think that's within radius. Oh, that should be in radius. Yeah, I think that's right on the corner. That's the last tick for it. Actually, no, it should have 2 tiles within its radius. Anyway, he manages to get the astronomical clock tower up now, going into his deer patch as well. And he's found a great timing window here. The walls came up at a perfect time. The Chokunu moved out, but now the mass begins to build for his opponent. Beasty going to be looking to get some units out here on the map. Is it going to be a Nest of Beasty that's coming out? Let's take a look and see. He's got enough resources for the Springled. Nest of Beasty going to be in production any second. You can see the way he's moving it. He's intent on getting this bad boy out. It's going to be 40 seconds before it's out on the battlefield, though. He needs to get it in queue. Villagers struggling. Where are they? There they go. Nest of Beasty. Do we see it? He spent his wood. He's getting his wood out. And now looking to actually just go into... I'm suspecting it's probably going to be Chokunu together with Palace Guards. Isn't going to need to get in those crossbowmen just yet. You can see there's no real need for the crossbows because his enemy not yet in the Castle Age. We take a look over at Wham. Wham still sitting comfortably in H2, but he's slowly but steadily capturing up those sacred sites. Scholars moving out. He's taken all 3 of them. And now the window for Wham is well and truly open. Wham looking to climb through it. And the question is, how far is he going to get through it? Because Beasty is walling up like Beasty always does. Beasty looking to get that nest of bees behind this. Going to be continuing to add in infantry. And now also we see the Palace Guards beginning to come out. Just a single barracks dropping away those Palace Guards. Villagers need to be pulled to heal up in this scenario. Probably going to be looking at losing them. I think that villager might actually being might have overchopped in this position. And I think we might have had an overchop through. You can see units. Oh no, units coming around the back of the base. Beasty going to be looking for a quick wall here. First wall segment goes down. Second wall segment not going to go through. It looks like we've got ourselves a bit of a problem, Beasty. At the same time, Nest of Bees is out. It's looking protected. It's looking safe. But Beasty's in trouble. Woodline under pressure. We add into the cinematic mode because we've got ourselves a little bit of a battle beginning to unfold as the Nest of Bees fires upon the first spearman. It takes its loss. And now, oh my lord, there's a second hole in the wall! Beasty, what's gone wrong with your walls, friend? Oh my lord, it's terrible damage for Beasty Cutie right now. But at the same time, he manages to hold. The single Nest of Bees is going to be all that is needed to drive back this position from his opponent. Wham obviously very scared about pushing in against it. There's potential villagers that could get killed. But now we once again hear a single wolf is going to be doing their damage. There were holes absolutely everywhere. And now an archer walling up towards the north. Going to be able to stop that little wall coming through from Beasty Cutie. Outpost in the middle of the map. Wham, going to be looking to solidify this position. Arrow slits coming in on the sacred site. Relics being taken up. We talked about this earlier. This is one of the great things about playing as the Deli. You move your scholars out onto the map to take the sacred sites. You move them out onto the map to heal up your units. And as a result, when you get to Castle Age, they're already out on the map ready to take those relics. And now we see all the relics being picked up. 1, 2, 3, 4 relics. Going to be taken out here. 5th relic up towards the north. Going to be picked up right now. Wham is looking incredibly strong. This is exactly what he needs to do in this position. He's taken 3 sacred sites. That's 450 gold a minute. He's taken 5 relics. That's 500 gold a minute. This guy is basically sitting with a Holy Roman Empire Regnitz Cathedral full of gold right now. At least the pre-nerfed version. But we'll take a look back at Beasty's base, because Beasty is in a little bit of trouble. He's overchopped multiple times on this wood line. He's struggled. And now the archer is going to begin doing what archers do best. I mentioned it in another game that we watched earlier. But wouldn't you just love to have a little button right here that blocks any alerts from this building? So the palisade gate, you just grab all of these and you just block alerts. You don't want to know if this is getting sieged down, block. But then if you block it, what happens if your enemy pushes around with 15 horsemen? Then you don't know. You're clueless. You're clueless. But speaking of clueless in the middle of the map, Beasty now going to be pushing out. Wham going to be clueless as to how to stop this as we continue to see all of the upgrades coming through for Wham. We'll take a look at all of the production he's got. We see fertilization, acid distillation, lumber preservation, all the big names coming through. They've interestingly all got 2 names. Owned blades. Decarbonization. No, never mind. Decarbonization. It's got 1 name. Relic in the middle going to be going down. That was the relic that was over near Beasty's base. So Beasty going to be able to secure that relic and now look to neutralize these sacred sites in the center of the map. We see the springwood emplacement on this outpost. At least there was a springwood emplacement there on the back one. First one going to be going down. Second one going to be the true threat behind. But now towards the south, we also see a palace guard trying to neutralize the sacred site. Outpost with the I was going to say the hand cannoneer slits. No, the arrow slit's going to be able to take that down before it's able to neutralize it. And Wham just sitting on the back line. You can see he's ready. He's defending. Men-at-Arms going to be coming out as well as the Tower Elephant. Tower Elephant going to be trying its best, but we'll see how he looks to play it now because the archers on the back line, they've got their +1 attack, doing 6 damage a pop compared to the 4 armor rather, of the palace guards of Beastie Cutie. Wham definitely looking very strong in this position. Going to be able to repel Beastie Cutie from the front. But where are the Nest of Bees? Where are they building up? They are hiding. They're sitting underneath the keep in the middle of the map. Interestingly, the keep didn't go up towards this position. It's probably a bit tough to get it towards this position. Now, final relic going to be picked up once again. We hear attacks over on the backside. And now a granary going to be coming down from Beastie Cutie. There it is. It is the granary, the Chinese unique mill replacement. It is the granary that is coming down for Beastie Cutie. The sacred side did actually get neutralized towards this southern position. I'm not sure what he did, what magic he worked to get that out, but now that 5th relic going to be coming in as well once again. And Wham looking pretty good in this position. I think Wham is doing everything right at this point in time as Deli. The only issue was that he was a bit delayed in doing it. This Barbican slowed him down. It stopped him. Wham would have loved to have had these sacred sites at 8 minutes, but he wasn't able to because of this Barbican. It meant that he had to go into an early blacksmith. He needed to get an early siege engineering. He needed to get an early battering ram to take down this landmark. He finally takes it down. He then takes the sacred sites, but it's already getting late. Beastie hits the 3rd age. Beastie's in a prime position. He's able to defend because he's delayed the push from coming through because of the Barbican. It all works out. It all just looks perfect for Beastie. He's got great timing, and now villagers going to be finding a couple of horsemen over towards the edge of the map, and Beastie says, go for it, horsemen. Go for it. You do you, guys. You do you. That is fine by me. And now in the middle of the map, Palace Guard's going to be coming out and causing a bit of havoc, taking some shots from that outpost. Outpost doing plenty of damage in this scenario. And we continue to see the Palace Guard's going to be going down. No sacred site going to be neutralized today. The first Tower War Elephant makes its way out onto the middle of the field. Is he leaving this relic just to do some wallalols? Is that what I'm sensing? Because it's multiple times he's had the option to come in. Palace Guard finally going to be cleaning up this position over towards the west of the map. So Beastie reacting appropriately in the middle of the map. The Nest of Beasties, you're going to be going down here. First one going to be going down. Chokanu trying to hold on to this one. Second Nest of Bees going to be coming in. He's got so many attack alarms right now. Beastie Cutie doesn't really know what's going on. Manages to save that second Nest of Bees. Oh my lord, that was a little bit of a scary scenario. Walls coming up all over the map. You can see he's trying to draw attention towards his enemy, and indeed does that. Many villagers pulling towards the front line, and now going to be turning his attention towards sieging down that gate. Units making their way around the corner, and look at the way that Beastie's drawing his attention. So right when his opponent was starting to look good, we saw that you know, Wham is doing everything right. He's got the massive gold trickle coming in right now. He's looking at 650 gold a minute, and I don't even think that's including his tax. There we go. Yeah, five relics coming in at the monastery, and then 300 gold a minute coming in from this one. So that'll be heading up to 800 gold a minute very shortly. But now Men-at-Arms going to be moving out. You can see them with their charged infantry. Force march coming out. Men-at-Arms going to be looking to try and get behind these palace guards. Everybody moving up to the front. Palace guards actually going to be taken out here. Not the best play here from Beastie Cutie, but he's probably focused more towards the center. All of that going to be cleaned up. Palisade is going to be looking steadfast in this position as Beastie moves out towards the position. Wham going to be in a little bit of trouble. We see more tower elephants coming out into this position. A second. Now Beastie turns around and starts attacking the wall of his opponent. Beastie firing off towards the center of the map. And we've got ourselves a little bit of an outback showdown now as these guys facing each other on Gobi Desert. I gotta say, it looks very Australian right now. Look at this desert. There's nothing like a bit of red desert coming out. But now in the middle of the map, more tower elephants begin to brew, begin to look troublesome, and that keep may be potentially denied. Beastie Cutie looking to cause a bit of havoc. Doubtful that it's going to get up, and indeed he drops a second keep. Beastie looking to push forward even further. The palace guards move in on that trebuchet. Trebuchet looking to deny some of these units on the backline. It's done a decent job. Villagers moving forward. Going to get healed up there by the scholars. They've got their extra healing bonus, and now the third and fourth of these tower war elephants comes out and looks to do damage. The keep going to get cancelled. Wham in trouble. Wham in trouble. Loses this position on the sacred site towards the north. We enter into a cinematic mode as Beastie Cutie intent on firing off his nest of bees, and now all those palace guards going to get cleaned up. And I gotta say, this army is starting to look a little bit fearsome at this point in time for Wham. There are a lot of units in this position. Trebuchet's continuing to come out. He's adding in a second trebuchet. A lot of upgrades coming through, as you would expect any Delhi player. And remember, Beastie, you know, he is sieging down this gate. Wouldn't you just love to look, you got a button here to lock the gate? Why would you need to lock the gate? Who knows? Who knows why you'd ever need to lock a gate? Your enemy can't get through it. Let's put a button there. Disable alarm, re-enable alarm. There you go. That's my idea. I'm sticking with it. Single granary coming out. Where's the Imperial official? No Imperial official on this single granary at this point in time. In the middle of the map, the outpost going to be coming down. Sprinkled emplacements surely going to be coming through. Beastie looking to go to Imperial Age. We'll take a look at where that landmark comes down. It looks like it might be... Is it going to be a central map landmark? Where's that landmark? I'm a little bit blind. You'll have to forgive me. He's going for a great wall gatehouse. Beastie Cutie taking the late game seriously now. And I gotta say, doesn't this excite you so much to see, like, this is the China. This is the new China right here. We got granaries. We got the Great Gatehouse. The Great Wall Gatehouse. I'm not sure. What is this landmark called? The Great Wall Gatehouse. There it is. But, yeah, we are really seeing peak China right now. And I love it. I love it. It is looking good. But now Beastie has reached the late game. And that's the thing, right? Because Delhi doesn't want to go late game against China. They can't go late game against China. If they do, then they lose their opportunity in their mid game. This is their main window right here. And we look back towards the base of Wham, and Wham has added in a second town center. But now his enemies reach the castle or the Imperial Age. That second town center, sure, it's going to enable you to keep up, but it's not going to enable you to win the game. It's not your win condition. Your win condition is very all in this game, on this map, in this scenario against this civilization. So we'll look to see how Wham plays it. As you can see, the scholars continuing to focus, moving forward as they do. Now they keep going to be looking to do some damage here. Outposts on the back line. Sprinkled emplacement is going to be coming through shortly for them. Indeed, they are. Enemy is now approaching Sacred Site victory. He's taken all three Sacred Sites. And we hear a wolf getting in on the action up towards the north because Beastie Cutie is going for a raid. He's trying to stonewall. His enemy is trying to stonewall him. Not going to have a lot of luck. And in the middle of the map, now the outposts begin. New objective, neutralize a Sacred Site as they are all captured at this point. Crossbows on the back line, going to be looking to defend against the men-at-arms as they begin charging in. Palace guards at the same time going in after those springalds. And now the nest of bees going to be firing off. A lot of damage coming out onto those archers. A lot of damage. The scholars aren't going to be able to heal it all up in time. And now the Tower War Elephants begin focusing down the siege units and now the siege unit's going to be falling back. Crossbow is going to be able to hold onto this position, but the unit's mass is looking good here for Wham 01. He knows that his time is now. He needs to push before the late game really starts coming in for Beastie Cutie. He knows there's a bit of a window. Once the Chinese player reaches Imperial, you can push them. But the thing is, you need to push and you need to kill them immediately. Now we see the Tower War Elephant is going to be going down. Outpost in the middle also going down. Three trebuchets beginning to come out for Wham. This game is beginning to remind me of a game that I actually played. This same matchup, different map. It was on Dry Arabia. Essentially the exact same scenario here. I went Imperial. I actually died once I reached Imperial because I didn't have enough units out. I didn't have enough of a front. Whereas my opponent, he was just massing Springalds, massing Trebuchets, and was just pushing me and was able to do so very successfully. But now we see all 3 sacred sites are now ticking for Wham. He's taking control of them. He's dropped a keep down in the center of the map. He's still got a very safe gold vein, but look, he is still out here protecting this gold. He wants this gold, because that is a safe gold mine. But now, Beasty, unaware of the villager that walks past him and looks to prevent any further shenanigans coming through. And now Palace Guard's in the middle of the map looking to come out. Beasty looking to try and receive some dividends here. Palace Guard's now going to be turning around. We hear our first Mangonel of the game finally coming out. Yes, that is a Mangonel. One of those units that people sometimes do make. Bombards now coming out for Beastie Cutie. We see a whole bunch of upgrades coming through from the university. Pyrotechnics going to be increasing the range of those bombards from 10 up to 12. You can see that they are in 10 tile range. It's going to be up to 12. And now a keep getting dropped down on this gold. I think he's fearful of losing this initial keep, and indeed he is. Villagers are going to be here, but at the same time he needs to delay his opponent. This is what it's all about, delaying your opponent, preventing that push from coming out. Now, speaking of push from coming out, Knight going to be falling down in the wood line. Great proactive keep from Beastie Cutie, respecting the fact that his enemy may look to raid this wood line, and indeed he does. But now in the middle of the map, that keep going to be going down. Great job there by Beastie, actually forcing the issue in the center here, and Wham starting to struggle. It looks like this third sacred site down towards the south might get picked off slowly but steadily. The Tower War Elephants moving in across the map, going to be chasing down those villagers. It looks like the keep is going to be able to get up without too much of a hassle. Trebuchets on the backline, Nesta Bees firing off upon them, and now we see the elephants turning around. Springal's going to get taken out. Beastie Cutie looking very, very strong. You can see the line of sight here barely shows the Nesta Bees as they begin turning their attention towards it. Elite Palace Guards has come out. Villagers get pulled onto these units. Bombard going to be going down unless there's villagers here to repair. The villagers now moving their way around the corner. Indeed, the Bombards do survive and now turn their attention towards the villager. Good night, sweet prince. It was sweet knowing you. Bombard, or rather Outpost, going to be going down, and indeed those villagers will be going down with it. Beautiful micro there from Beastie, saving that Bombard and healing it back up to full health. Villagers doing a great job. It's always so important as the Chinese to have these units on the front line, or these villagers on the front line. And now he uses this as his staging ground, and the Bombard's looking very strong. And now going to be able to pin down all of those elephants in this position. And now those Scholars moving forward, looking to heal up. Look at the Scholars. Look how much they heal up this position. And now Springal's struggling to take out any of the siege here from Beastie. Keep in mind, he's got those Clock Tower siege units, and that's going to give them that extra health. The Clock Tower counterweight Trebuchet. Hold on, Trebuchet. Yes, it rotates through. You can see the name is so long. But now the Bombard's moving out a little bit too far. Got to be careful here. Got to be careful. The Tower War Elephant is sitting here lying in wait. Oh my lord, look at the splits coming in. Beastie just committing here. He's like, you know what? We're taking everybody out. I don't even care. Beastie actually falling asleep. There might be more action going on. I apologize. Where is Beastie's attention right now? It's got to be somewhere. We'll take a look. Let's ride on board with Beastie Cutie. Let's see what the beast sees. And now in the middle of the map, he begins to focus, looking to turn his attention towards the top side. You can see he's raiding here at the same time, just looking to try and find some villages. He spots a sheep up there. More villagers moving out into the middle of the map. He's going to be expanding, and Good Game gets called. Good Game gets called while we're in the while we're watching Beastie Cutie. Good Game gets called. Wham surrenders. He realizes that he's unable to push any further, and the game gets called right there while we're inside the mind of Beastie Cutie. Fellas, I hope you've enjoyed this game. I'll leave a link in the description to where you can find more Beastie Cutie content, because I got to tell you, it's pretty damn good.